Hello guys, so today we are continuing to add the new functionality to our Blazor application which was mentioned in the previous movies. So let's continue and let's proceed with the task. So we have another file with data, let me show it, and it contains not the educational programs but the educational disciplines per group. So as far as we can see, here we have some records for the one group, but this group has different disciplines. So these ones discipline names, and each of the disciplines has its own form of educational control. So it can be either exam or just passing the subject. So and we have also take it to account, and these ones we obviously do not need because it's their temporary data, but we need also this one, the credit for each discipline, so the educational credit, and we should also take it to the database. So for now we do not have just the disciplines in the database, but as far as I have mentioned previously, we have the educational groups. So it's the group table. So here we have groups, and also we have the subjects. So just like this. So we have just the subject names, which can be used for the disciplines import. So, but we do not have the disciplines table at all. So let's create this functionality and the tables for it. So first of all, we need to just go to that dialog. So we have modified previously. So it's the control dialog, and here we are gonna just to make the functional for this file upload just as the file we have done previously. So it will be not the group upload, but how it's named. So it's the control upload. So let's rename it control upload. Let it be on control file upload, and yes, it also will accept the .xls because here we see the extension of this file, and here let's alter it, just upload the control Excel file. So, and here let's create the other handler for this one. So it will be on control file upload. So it will have this file, and yes, so let's define this one. Control file upload has finished, and here we are going to create the new method for uploading of this separate type of file. So to be sync control file. And let's move back and let's use this one. So here some stuff from that will be just as in this. So let's keep these things up, and yeah, so this template will be useful for our functionality. But next we are gonna to create the two two new DBOs. So the first one will be the discipline, and the second one will be the discipline. This we need this one because as far as we can see, if we order all the content just by this one, so we are gonna to sort. Here we have one type, next we have the another type, and here we have this third type. So here we have just the three types for all amount of records. So, and it will be better due to normalization just to create a separate table for these ones. So, and it will be called, let's call it as form. So it will be discipline form. Okay, so the discipline will not have the name because we have the name here. So, and we will add it to the subjects. So let's create it as inherited from the ID entity. So ID entity is a record with just an ID property, which is a key, and this key is manually generated, so not by the identity. So on the .NET Core side. So, and why we have error here? Just because this is a class and the ID entity is a record. So, and we should make this one also as a record. So record from the ID entity. Next we have the name. So the name will not be here. So what fields will be here? So ID next. Yeah, here we will have the public int discipline, but not name, but form. Form ID, this one, and we will have the discipline form. Next we are gonna to have this one. So this one will be public int subject ID, and it will be the public subject, but not this one. It's this subject, so it will be also this subject. Okay. Next we are gonna to have just this field. So this field of the credit. So credit, it will be the integer field. So it has these properties k. Next we will have the discipline form. So also it will be a record, and it will have just an ID and name. So let's inherit it just from the name entity. Okay. And let's provide these two new types to the DB context. So here we will have the public DB set of on discipline, and the not the form, but the DB set of the discipline form. So these two ones. And next, what we have missed here in the model. So while we have added the sys subject field, so we need to it would be one too many. So So, but let's sort it by this one. So here we have the records with the same name but with a different control form. So we have to take it into account, and the one name of the discipline. So this subject could have multiple disciplines. So this way we are gonna to create a relation of one to many. So here in this C subject we are gonna to populate the public list of the discipline, and it will be disciplines. Yeah. So this should be fine from the if core side, and let's create these tables in the database. So first of all, let's create first the ID, and it will be second one name. So varchar of maybe this one, and it will be not now. So and this one will be discipline type. Okay, and let's fill this out with the names provided from the file. So let's copy this one, let's copy this one, so let's copy this one, so let's fill these ones manually. So the first one, first one will be this. Very interesting. Yeah, so this one, this, and this. So just three of these types. And next, let's create the discipline table. So it will have the ID of the integer. Next, it will not have the name, so it will have the ID. Next, it's gonna have discipline form ID, which is also an integer. Next is subject ID, and the credit should be also an integer. So, and all these ones could not be null. So this, and this. And let's save it as a discipline table. So here we have created this one. So let's open it. Yeah, and after we have created these entities, so we are able to use this file. So but the one thing we should also take into account, that we should check this group when we are uploading this file. So because in some, because if the data could not be consistent, and this group possibly could not be in the database. So this should not be, and these ones should be checked also against the database. So faculties, yeah. So, and let's go to this name. So here we are going to have this sheet. Also we are going to have these groups. Next program names we are do not going to have, but we are going to have subjects and the the disciplines. Yes, the disciplines too. So, and the first one, so when we are iterating these records, so what we are going to check? So first of all, we have the group. So, and here we have this add group function. So here and this one. So let's try to make it in a separate method. So just to parameters name ref slug. So get group slug. So it will be a separate method. Yeah, return the slug. So, and while we have this one, so we are going to use this this method which generates the slug in order just to check against the group. So, and get group slug. So here we are going to use group slug will be equal to the so value of the what is the row. So it's the first one, so will be equal to 0. So it will be equal to row and 0 gets a value and get group slug and yeah, and let's make it not private but public. So it will be 12. Yeah. So the group name will be this one. Next. Group name. Okay. And let's just put a check. So if groups all that group slug, so here will be a kind of just new exception of the so just to check. So I'm pretty sure that all these groups will be in the database, but we should keep this just for insurance. So this one. Next, faculty department course. Next we are gonna to have the control group. So and also the group form. So dot discipline form to list. So and so here we have the list of the discipline forms, and here form ID. So and this one so the maybe let's call it not the group but discipline form. It will be this one. So cell value of the 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So the fourth one, and our form ID will be forms.first discipline form.id. So here we are getting the form ID, so that's great. And after that we are gonna to check against whether the name exists or not. But let's add the last one. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So the eighth one, and credit will be so value of row.8. So and so it will be the credit field. And next we are gonna to check against subjects. And here we are gonna to look at the other functionality on the adding the subject. So here subjects, so subject first and defaults, and yeah, so we are gonna to check against the subject and add if it's missing. So here so subject name, and it will be the fifth one. So and so here we're gonna do just to merge and get the subject. So and if the subject here will be 0, so we will have the new subject with the subject ID. So yeah, seems okay. And while we have all these fields, so we can add this discipline to the table. But we have to we have just also to check. So the discipline. So the discipline disciplines subject ID not equal to the subject ID, and the discipline form ID is not equal to the form ID. So just in this case, because we do not have the duplication in this table, so and we have two criteria to determine that whether the record in this table will be unique or not. So just this way. So, and if the discipline to add is unique and not existing in the database, we can just add it as here. So disciplines dot add new discipline. So the ID will be but here we have such thing that this method will work just on the non-empty collection. So if by default we have the empty disciplines collection, so it will be a guaranteed exception in this case. So we have to check against disciplines any. In this case we will have this one, either we will have the one. So it will be the exception safe one. Next discipline form ID will be form ID, this subject ID will be subject ID, credit will be credit. So should be fine. So 1 to and after that, so when we are finishing this loop, we are gonna to update many. So just with the bulk insert, as I have mentioned previously, we have to update many. First of all, the disciplines. Next, we are gonna to update which ones we are gonna to update. So we are gonna to update the subjects, and probably that's also the groups are currently read-only. The subjects, disciplines, forms. So we need just two of these. So, and let's make some breakpoints for testing. So it will be here, or the next one will be here, and the next one will be here. So 3 breakpoints. Just let's take a test of this method. So let's upload the control file. It will be the control copy here. Interesting. Why we do not have So what we have in the debug. So some control file upload. So get Excel file So and so control file upload, group control upload, label field. Interesting. So let's rerun it one more time because something strange has happened. So the control copy. Yeah, here we have the control file. So just yeah. So just the very interesting case here. So we have the system IO exception that this file is bigger than it was expected. So supplied, yeah. So let's just copy it. So what we are gonna to do? We are gonna to specify the file name docs. So we are gonna to let me check the other method. So I had previously this kind of issue. So on just on the ASP.NET Core Blazor. So and this one is the Blazor specific. So we are gonna to resolve it pretty quickly. So manage these files. So get out sheets. Message size. Yeah, so here we have open read stream with the parameter of max message size. So and we need just to open read stream with this parameter, so it will exceed the 512 kilobytes, and this should be okay. So and the concern in terms of this error, so just to use the debug carefully, so to get the stage of the error fast and without other retries. So yeah, so here, yeah, we have the breakpoint. Great. So next. We have something else here. So what we are valid object name of the discipline form. Very interesting. And while yeah, great, because we have placed this table, but we have misspelled this one. So of course it will be discipline form, and let's restart it. So we have these three forms, we have 0 disciplines, we have this 26, 38. Next. So let's interesting. So we have there in the get group slug function, and while we have it group slug, so let's check it. Group name row.0, so the row is the first one and 0 is this one. Argument no exception. Yeah. So let's check. So let's check again this one, because probably the group name was now somewhere. So, and I do not know where exactly it was. So group name is null, so subject get so value. Have this one. Last row num. Very interesting. So currently we can just leave it as continue, so because just this way, because we are not gonna to populate the rows with the null group names, because we could not assign it to any kind of group. So that's why let's do it this way. And here just for disciplines. Interesting. So if the disciplines all discipline subject ID, not equal subject ID, and discipline form ID is not equal to the something wrong with this. Something wrong with this one. So let's look at it. This condition. So maybe we have something missing in terms of discipline 0. So if the subject id 2 and discipline form id 1. So we are going to add correct next subject ID. So next subject ID and discipline ID 3. very interesting. So disciplines. Very interesting. And subject name. Yeah, so it's kind of error in the algorithm, and we will see it a bit later. So just in the next video. So let's continue, and yeah, so it will be soon. So